Hi guys. So I just wanted to jump on quickly and make a short video about getting into the festivals um, in a deeper way. It's quite easy just to kind of mosey on through these festivals and not really connect with it in a way that helps to bring a kind of inner transformation. Um, Otherwise, it can become quite meaningless and mediocre. Um, and I'm always interested in how to really deepen one's connection with them, allow the transformation process in these festivals. So today, it's Good Friday. Um, you wonder where to start. Um, I think one of the ways to start is really to start with a kind of picture, the image of the crucifixion. Um, um, Not to kind of get into it too gruesomely, like it was portrayed in that Mel Gibson movie, but look at it in a more kind of cosmic kind of story image. Um, and as it was kind of meant to happen in the way it was to bring about a kind of transformation in the world and in man, which is the way Steiner sees it. And I definitely feel the truth in that connection. Um, yeah, so a couple of things that have come up for me this morning as I was reading this book here, Spiritual Activism, Leadership as a Service. It's by Alistair McIntosh and Matt Carmichael. This is the book here, and there's a great story in it. I just opened the book; it was on my shelf. Uh, it's a case study. It's on page 38, and it's about this lady whose new name is Julia Butterfly Hill. Breakdown to breakthrough. Mm, and it talks about this kind of transformation process with these certain types of um, illnesses or things that happen to you in life. And in a way, this um, image of Christ and this way he was crucified and the leaving of the physical body, and that connection with that kind of eternal quality relates so much to this story. Um, so I'll just read the whole thing here. It's common for a shamanic calling to be prefigured by a life-threatening illness, a brush with death, or other traumatic incident. In his classic work on shamanism, the Romanian historian of religion Mircea Eliade calls them initiatory sicknesses. Initiatory sicknesses. Can't say that right. Julia Hill had been like any normal teenager who had graduated from high school at 16 and started working in a restaurant one night as a designated driver taking a friend home from a party. She had a crash, the steering wheel in my head, both figuratively and literally. steering me in a new direction in my life. Before that, she had been obsessed with career and material success. Afterwards, her passion shifted to life and the planetary future. Her chosen forest name was Butterfly, based on a traumatic childhood experience. Before she climbed the 55-meter, 180-foot, to a wooden platform in a giant redwood tree called Luna, no one had sustained a tree sit for longer than 90 days. Cold weather, isolation, and physical danger always brought them down. Julia, however, stayed in Luna for 738 days, spanning two of the worst winters on record. She made clear in her account that spiritual experience of inner transformation were the key to her endurance. During one particular violent storm, she realized that Luna herself survived not by bracing herself against the wind, but by bending with it. I suddenly understood. So, as I was getting chucked all over by the wind, tossed left and right, I just let it go and let my muscles go and let the jaw unlock and let the wind blow and the craziness flow. I bent and flailed with it, just like the trees which flail in the wind. I howled, I laughed, I whooped and cried and screamed and raged, and everything around me was being ripped apart. My sanity felt like it was slipping through my fingers like a runaway rope, and I gave in. Fine, take it, take my life, take my sanity, take it all. Once the storm ended, I realized that by letting go of all attachments, including the attachment to self, people no longer had any power over me. They could not make my life if they felt they could take my life if they felt they needed it, but I was no longer going to live my life out of fear, the way so many people do, jolted by our disconnected society. I was going to live my life guided from the higher source, the creation source. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Very inspiring. Recommend this book. It's very much connected to connecting with the truth in nature. And a lot of these stories, like this Christ story at this time of year, if you take it right through from Palm Sunday, right through to the resurrection, there's a whole, every day's got a different connection with the different trees. For instance, today it's a birch. And it's just that quality. I think the thing that really struck me of it is bending with the wind. It's like in Jesus's case, it was a wind of the people at the time who wanted him crucified. Yeah, it was kind of like it was his destiny. So it's this whole kind of, and that kind of transformed him into the living quality it has in our life now, in our bodies, in our life body. So it's that it's a powerful kind of quality of transformation you can bring in through the meditations on these festivals. You just need to find a kind of doorway. And I think the key thing with it all is you can go to church and listen to a sermon. Some of them are quite good. Or listen to YouTube about Easter. But the thing is to really bring it into the personal, because that's where the transformation happens. It's about finding your own strength to uphold the way you relate to the story. And then each year, as it comes round, you can kind of deepen your relationship with the whole process. It doesn't have to be marked exactly by a lot of people have this kind of they're really not keen on Christ or anything to do with Christianity. And it's just working with these things in an open way. So a lot of that unkeenness comes from the way it's been dogmatized, but to open it up into a much wider spectrum so it can really have an effect on your life and bring the good into it, create a kind of strength and stronger, harmonizing, foundational quality where you can start to live out your truth in a more clear, beautiful way. So that's what I was wanting to share. And if you take it through to the Sunday, it's a great meditation for each day. So tomorrow you get that quality of the energy, that Christ energy being in the earth. And also, as it's in the earth, it's in this higher spiritual quality. So it sort of brings the two together. And then it goes into this transformation quality of the resurrection, where he becomes available to everybody through the life body. So I'll leave it there. Have a good one. Bye for now.